1 Nantes vs Brest, prediction, team news, lineups preview. Aiming to continue an unbeaten streak and break into the top 4 of the Ligue 1 table, Brest will travel to take on Nantes on Sunday. The visitors currently sit 5th with 3 wins from their last 4 outings, while the hosts are on the back of a tough run which has seen them drop to 9th spot in France's top flight. Match preview. Nantes head into the weekend with the aim of continuing a positive to life under the new management of Jocelyn Gourvenec, following the departure of Pierre Aristoui late last month. After only avoiding relegation on the final day of last season, they did enjoy a positive start to the new campaign, amassing 14 points from their first 9 outings, but a dip in form in November spelled the end for Aristoui as they suffered 3 straight defeats heading into the international break before only managing a point from a goalless draw at home to Le Havre on their return to action. Gourvenec then took the reins and enjoyed an ideal start, as La Maison Jaune made a return to winning ways at home to second-placed Nice at the start of December, as Florent Mollet netted the only goal of the game in the 25th minute. An unenviable trip to league leaders Paris Saint-Germain then followed last weekend, and despite drawing level through Mustafa Mohamed early in the second half after Bradley Barcola's opener, Nantes eventually had to leave empty-handed as Randal Kolo Muani restored the hosts' lead 7 minutes from time to snatch all 3 points. Still with a degree of optimism to take from that result. Having put up 2 improved displays against the top 2 under their new boss, La Maison Jaune will be keen to make a return to winning ways on home turf at the weekend in their bid to narrow the 5-point gap to the top 8. They face another tough task though, as Brest arrive aiming to continue a fine run and crack the top 4 on Sunday, after initially managing just 15 points from their first 11 games of the term. That start culminated in 3 straight defeats prior to the international break, but Eric Roy's side have returned in fine form, starting with a 3-1 victory away at Montpellier and a 3-0 triumph at home to Clermont. With Matthias Pereira-Lage scoring in both and Romain Del Castillo netting a brace in the latter. A meeting with Strasbourg then followed, and Les Pirates had to settle for a share of the spoils in a 1-1 draw. As they were pegged back 10 minutes from time following Jeremy Le Douarin's opener, before most recently traveling to take on Metz and making a swift return to winning ways. That game remained goalless for 75 minutes. But Le Douarin eventually popped up with what turned out to be the winner, sealing his side's 7th 3-point haul of the campaign and continuing their climb up the top flight. Having impressively moved through the pack, surpassing Sunday's hosts in the process, Brest now find themselves 5th in Ligue 1 with just a 2-point gap up to 4th-placed Lille. And they will now go in search of a 4th victory in a 5-match span to further strengthen their position this weekend. Team news. While Nantes may have wished to line up with an unchanged starting 11 from their valiant display away at Paris Saint-Germain, they will be unable to call on defender Jean-Kevin Duverne due to a suspension, meaning Quentin Merlin will likely come in to join Marcus Coco, Arai Comert and Jean-Charles Castelletto in a back 4. At the other end of the pitch, their line will again be led by Mustafa Mohamed, who netted his 6th goal of the season at the Parc des Princes, while Moses Simon is another danger man on the left wing. Former Tottenham Hotspur man Moussa Sissoko will offer further support through the center, while Samuel Mutusami and Douglas Augusto will continue to partner up in the engine room in their 4-2-3-1 shape. Brest, on the other hand, will likely be unchanged from their 1-0 win over Metz last time out, with Jordan Amavai and Akraf Dari likely remaining sidelined by injuries. Brendan Chardonnay and Lilian Brassier will again partner up in the middle of a back 4. While Hugo Magnetti and Madi Camara and Pierre Lismelu are all bound to keep their places in midfield. Steve Mouney should continue to spearhead the attack, while wingers Matthias Pereira-Lage and Bilal Brahimi were preferred over Romain Del Castillo and Jeremy Le Douarin, with the latter hoping to earn a start after scoring their winner off the bench last weekend. Nantes' possible starting lineup: Lafont, Coco, Comert, Castelletto, Merlin, Mutusami, Augusto, Mollet, Sissoko, Simon, Mohamed. Brest possible starting lineup: Bizet, Lala, Chardonnay, Brassier, Loco, Magneti, Lise Melu, Camara, Ludwarin, Mouni, Brahimi. We say, Nantes 1-1 Brest. In the midst of a fine run of form, Brest certainly pose a major threat to Nantes, but the hosts have looked much improved under new management and put up 2 impressive displays against high-flying opposition. With home advantage, we fancy Gourvenec's men to take a creditable share of the spoils on Sunday. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.